Yeah, sure. So I'm Ben Downing. I work at the Engine Accelerator. The Engine Accelerator is a public benefit corporation created by MIT in 2017. The organization exists to support what we call tough tech, tough to commercialize technology, generally at the intersection of science, engineering, and a technological breakthrough, focused on one of the biggest challenges facing society. So we work with teams working on all aspects of climate and the energy transition in a variety of different components of health, health equity, you name it. And then with teams trying to build the advanced systems and infrastructure to support that technology across the board. Generally, they're teams that are coming out of academic research labs. Um, Generally, they're going to have a longer path to commercialization, but also with the opportunity to have a significant public impact. And so, we work with those teams to not just have them work towards a minimum viable product, but to have them try to think about what is their maximum public benefit and how can they grow and scale from there.
Interesting. So typically companies who work with the engine, what stage are they at? Are they mid-size, later stage, or even ideation phase?
Yeah, generally very early. So we work with teams even before they've formally formed a team, right? So programmatically and from a consultative perspective, we'll work with technologists, founders, and teams when they're trying to make the decision about if they're going to commercialize some of their research and what that could look like and what the best path forward is. We work with principal investigators, academics generally across the country as they try to think about how can they play a role in the entrepreneurial journey. And so, we want to work to um, grow the pipeline of scientific entrepreneurs who are trying to commercialize the research that they've dedicated their career to. We want them to know that that isn't a process they just have to hand off to somebody else, right? So we want to grow that top of the funnel. We want to help those ideas get ready for investment and then ultimately move from investment to impact. Yeah, so with a lot of what's going on right now, you see a marrying of state policy goals, some state initiatives, and then certainly a significant amount of federal activity as well. So here in Massachusetts, we're lucky to have the Mass Clean Energy Center, the Mass Life Sciences Center, and certainly as well the Mass Technology Collaborative, right? These sort of three key quasi-public entities that can provide a level of sectoral support for founders and teams that fall in to one of their catchment areas. And a lot of that work can also be supported by Mass Ventures, the state's public venture fund, right? So you have these handful of entities that can engage to support founders, whether that's through direct investment, whether that's with non-dilutive support to further the scientific de-risking that they're working on, whether that's with support around building their team short term. The Clean Energy Center and the Life Sciences Center have a great internship program that enables early stage teams to, grow their capacity, and also we're growing sort of the future workforce of those sectors. And then, increasingly, the state is trying to catch up with other states in supporting teams as they grow and scale. As we think about sort of your pilot factory facility, especially when you think about sort of the manufacturing side of things. So climate tech manufacturing, biotech manufacturing, some sort of more advanced manufacturing. We think Massachusetts is uniquely positioned to be able to capture that first pilot facility before teams ultimately, grow and scale outside of the Northeast.